Nice.
Hell yeah. Yes. Nice one? Yeah, good one. Nice, dude. Nice. Well done.
Bladewaker.
Oh, double. All right, double on the Bladewaker. Yours is bigger. So fun. Good job, dude. Hell yeah.
Today, we are going to have another conversation on one of the most underutilized blade jigs on the market, and it's one that you guys will love if you implement it. This is the Teckel Bladewaker, and we are here with the man himself, Hideki, to break this down, why he made it, what to do with it. Let's have a super fun convo. You ready to talk Bladewaker?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. All right, welcome back, my friends. I'm Ben with the Hookup Tackle, the Tackle Otaku, on Instagram, being joined by the one and only Maida-san, Hideki Maida from Teckel. We are talking a special blade jig today. And this is one that you and me always are kind of puzzled. Like, I don't understand why people aren't using this more, because it's such a easy, effective, fun blade bait, but I think in the USA, everything gets overshadowed by jackhammer, right? And jackhammer's amazing.
Yeah,
it's great.
I
love it. But this does totally different things than what jackhammer can do. But I think so many times people see, oh, it's a blade and a jig, and must be same. It's always fun to. I feel like every year we have a conversation about Bladewaker, right? And then I feel like by summer and winter, and then everybody forgets, so we need to have it again. So let's have a conversation about Bladewaker. Let's talk about why you built this, what it does, and what makes it different than other blade jigs on the market. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Okay, you take it away.
I mean, I like braided jigs, like a chatterbait. I really like a jackhammer. So I'm not saying this is better than this, because it was same like crankbait fisherman. Most of the fishermen has several different kinds of those crankbaits, like even on same depths, coffin lip or square bill or flat side
sure.
or whatever, right?
Yep.
So why the people only throwing the jackhammer? So this is. They are maybe losing the chance for more catching fish on the braided jigs on another depth or situation.
Yep.
I like to fish in California Delta before, and it was a tide, so I like to throwing the chatterbait, but when the tide is getting low, the grass it's coming up to the surface.
Yep.
So no more space to throw the regular braided jigs. So I wonder how, I like to throw a little more, shallower without tangling or nothing. But the regular braided jigs, when you throw in the surface, if the blade touches the surface, the blade it goes straight and never vibrate.
Loses the action.
No
completely.
more.
Yep.
So I wanted to have the own, for the surface or making on the subsurface or to the surface. It's kind of topwater, the waking braided jigs.
Okay.
So I test making, and then finally I made this. This is the whole story of this one.
Okay.
Totally different. So I'm still love to use jackhammer, but some situation, it's more like I want to throw more surface or a little more very snaggy area. When you see whole thing, we need to see. Or
so even yesterday, like we were out fishing, and we were fishing a lot of wood.
Mm-hmm.
And jackhammers notorious for being snaggy around wood, but we were fishing laydowns, and you know, you could throw it right into the tree, and the design of it, it just kind of bumps up and over most of the time, 95% of the time, right? It hits the log and just up and over. So there's all kinds of different scenarios, but they still want a blade jig. We just couldn't use a regular chatterbait or jackhammer where we were. Yeah.
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 Yeah, so some people maybe say, oh, we don't need this. Maybe swim jigs is enough for surface. Yeah, it might be true, but I just more like action, and a little. Sometimes we need to more slowly retrieve to make the kind of bubbling or waking.
Yep.
That's why I make this one.
Yeah. And one thing that I noticed yesterday is there's a lot of times where the fish are juiced and they're active enough where you just need to present something. Let's say they're on white. It could be a white swim jig, a white blade jig, a white spinnerbait. It doesn't really matter. You just need to throw it in there and wind it in, and they see it and they eat it, right? But there's a lot of times where they're there, but they're not active or they're not triggered, right? And the one thing that I love about the Bladewaker is that if you use the right trailer, it kind of hunts. So it has this vibrating that every once in a while it just kind of like kicks to the side, right? And I notice that every time it like kind of kicks to the side, boom. Like if it kicks to the side when it comes right by a tree, and then they eat it. So it almost has this kind of hunting trigger effect to it as well. Let's talk about trailers, because let's make sure that everybody uses the correct thing on this. So, you know, trailers are always a conversation, right? With a jackhammer, I think a lot of guys use a Zaco. A lot of guys use, this is a Spunk Shad that's become popular. A lot of guys use a paddle tail, right? Like a Kitech or something.
Yeah.
What do you recommend on the back of this and why?
I recommend not paddle tail. Mostly like pintails or kind of straight tails.
Okay.
Any kinds, it doesn't matter. But I do not like to put on a paddle tail on this one.
Okay. So you like a fluke style, Sakamata shad, dough life stick, something like that. Something more straight. Okay. Why?
The type of the action, for the examples like a chatterbaits, all kinds of chatterbaits, the vibrate, it's super high pitch, like so high. So it doesn't, to affect the trailer. That's why some people need a little more action on the trailer, on the chatterbait. But this one is not like a super high pitch vibrate like a chatterbait. It's more like a square bill crankbait, more like a, how to say, like a low pitch.
Okay.
So that's vibrate to make the action. It's same pitch to tail side to side.
I see.
So
if you have this moving this way, it's allowing
Yeah,
the tail to be at the same pace.
Tails, it's more wider action than a regular chatterbait.
I see.
Like,
Okay.
You can see. Like,
Yep. So I recommend like a 5-inch, 4.5 to 5.5, right? So we're in that 5-inch range. If you're doing a dough life sticky, you do 4.5. Spunk Shad 5.5 I like. Fluke or Sakamata 5-inch. You can really see it swimming good, right? So when you put a paddle tail back there, it kind of fights it, right? And it changes the speed. You could do it, but you're not going to get the full benefit of having that blade back there. Okay. As far as gear goes, right? We've been using the new Teckel rod. Even though this is the Frog Game Special by Teckel, it's built to be a power fisherman's dream come true, right? So it could do swim jigs, spinnerbaits. Also the Bladewaker, it works great because it's nice and soft. But really what you guys want is you want a rod that has a little bit of give in it, right? So anytime you're throwing just this straight kind of bait, you want a little bit of give, but then you want a lot of power and backbone, especially since you're going to be fishing this around cover. Like this is for fun.
Yeah.
Right. So you're gonna be fishing it in thick trees, grass. So I like 20-pound fluoro. What do you usually throw? Fluoro or braid?
I use two kinds.
Okay.
Sometimes I use braid with leader, like a fluoro or a mono leader.
Okay.
But sometimes I use the fluoro, like a 20 pounds.
Like straight fluoro.
Straight fluoro.
When do you choose one over the other?
For the grass, I prefer to use the straight fluoro.
Okay.
But more like heavy, bushes, trees, I like to more, how to say, set the hook harder and just come out from the bush.
Have that extra line power to pull them out. Okay, makes sense. Gear ratio wise, doesn't seem to matter. Okay, because you can burn this bait in really fast. You could fish it really slow. If you wanted to take the Bladewaker and throw it and let it sink to the bottom and fish it really slow, it can do that also, right? But the jackhammer might be a better option for you guys for doing that. But when you want it to stay high or fish it fast or get that little kind of hunt in open water, that's where the Bladewaker can really be good. So 7-to-1, 8-to-1, either way. Do you have a preference?
Yeah, like 7.
7, yeah. So that's kind of a good all-around speed. Anything else we didn't talk about with the Bladewaker that you want the people to know?
I want one small tip.
Okay.
When you got the bait from the package, this is default of the setting for the snap.
So the snap's going to be through both holes. That's
Yes.
how it comes.
Yes.
Yep.
But this is good. So maybe I wanted to try. I want all fishermen to try another option.
Okay. So
So-
I use that standard
Yes.
probably 90% of the time for me.
So sometimes when you little more faster without the burning, or you little bit deeper, if the fishermen say, "Oh, jackhammer is enough," yeah, maybe it's okay. But little bit deeper, I just change the eye position.
Okay.
I take out the snap
Yep.
and just flipped 180 degree,
Yep.
and then this.
So now instead of it going through both holes, it's just through the top hole. Okay.
Top hole.
And that's going to allow us to fish it a little slower and a little deeper.
And a little tighter.
A little tighter action. Okay, so changes the action a little bit, gives us a little more versatility to it. Okay, all right, so there you go. Let you guys choose a couple different options depending on, what your conditions are bringing to you. So I know if you guys will try the Bladewaker, you're going to be really impressed with the results, and you're going to have a lot of fun because you're going to be fishing it in places that are really cool and that are actual bass fishing. Don't be afraid. It's got a big, is it a 5-aught hook on there? Yeah, it's got a big 5-aught hook on there. It's a heavy gauge, so even if you're throwing it on a stout rod, braid, it can hold up to the abuse. So, Hideki, thank you. Yeah, thank you for making a super fun bait that we get to talk about every year. Guys, try that out. I know you will have a great time. And the other thing that's nice about this being more of a topwater, wake-ish, top of the column bait is it's not just for spring. You guys can fish this through summer, through the fall when those fish slip up shallow or the grass grows, over the top of the grass. So it's really a true kind of year-round, multi-season blade bait as well. So, Hideki, on behalf of myself and everybody, thank you for taking the time to break this down again for us.
Yeah. Please get a blow up on this. It's fun to fish.
Yes. And he loves it when you guys tag him, right? He loves seeing fish, especially some of you weirdos that live in strange places that catch unusual fish. He loves just seeing people happy.
Yeah, I like to see. I'm very happy to see the unknown guys, unknown place. They are smiling, holding fish on my baits I designed. I'm very happy to see. So
Yes, yeah. So please, we'll leave Hideki's personal and Teckel's Instagram in the description. So if you guys, ever get it from a Bladewaker to a kick knocker to a frog, whatever it is,
Whatever.
yeah, tag him. He's one of the easiest guys to get a hold of, and he just loves following everybody. So thanks again, Hideki. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Everybody appreciates it out there. Enjoy the Bladewaker, guys. We'll see you again soon. Bye bye.